Good morning, I'm Dr. Jeremy Tucker, Superintendent of Liberty Public Schools, and we want to thank you for joining us for this special Salute to Veterans Day video presentation. It is a tradition in Liberty Public Schools to honor and salute all of those who have served our great nation. Not only are all of our schools that make up Liberty Public Schools watching this Salute to Veterans video today, we were also recognizing our local veterans as a special Salute to Veterans breakfast is being held at Discovery Middle School. Over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, we will share with you several inspiring stories that include veterans that have local ties to Liberty Public Schools and our LPS community. We will also honor those individuals who are current staff of our district who also happen to be veterans. We thank each of these amazing individuals for the service they provide to us. Finally, I'd like to encourage each of you to find time in the coming days to thank a veteran that has sacrificed so much to provide us the freedoms that we enjoy each and every day. Thanks again for joining us for this special Salute to Veterans, and we hope you have a very special Veterans Day.
Good morning, Liberty Public Schools, and thank you for joining us for our annual LPS Salute to Veterans special presentation. I'm Ava Powers, a junior at Liberty North High School.
And I'm Cadence Breyer, and I'm a senior at Liberty High School. We are dedicating the next several minutes to salute of those who have served or are currently serving our great country, the United States of America.
As part of this special presentation, we will introduce you to a longtime LPS administrator who has deep roots to serving our country. Then we will share with you a local nonprofit who is not only providing incredible support to our veterans, but also to our high schools here in LPS. And finally, we will provide you with all of the names and faces within our district staff who have or are currently serving in a branch of the military.
We look forward to all of those segments, Ava, but first, as is tradition, we'll now take you to the front hall at Liberty North High School as the Eagle Concert Choir will perform today's national anthem, and then immediately following, we'll recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
We ask that those watching in our classrooms this morning who are able to please stand and salute our heroes at this time.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to the Liberty North High School Concert Choir for the amazing performance this morning. They are under the direction of Mr. Brian Hartman.
Next, we would like to introduce you to a familiar face in and around Liberty Public Schools. Mr. Steve Aldridge has been a mainstay in LPS for over 2 decades, serving as the District Director of Facilities and Grounds.
Let's now find out more about his passion for the red, white, and blue.
So I moved to Liberty in 2005. The Navy brought me here. I actually was on active duty here in Kansas City, stationed down in Belton, Missouri, lived in Liberty that entire time. The reason for that was the school district. We chose Liberty as our kind of home base based on the reputation of the school district. My son is in the Navy, fourth generation Navy. I was third generation. So my father and grandfather were both in the Navy. My grandfather was in World War II, drafted, spent a few years in the Navy during the war. My father voluntarily joined the Navy. He served 20 years, and I did 25 myself. And so I spent my time in the Seabees in the Navy. The letter CB stands for Construction Battalion. In these construction battalions, there's different trades. You've got carpenters, electricians, plumbers, equipment operators. So I spent 25 years in the Navy Seabees, performing construction projects around the world. Upon my retirement from the Navy, 2007, applied for a position here as the Director of Maintenance. Worked as the Director of Maintenance for 2 years. Earned a promotion to the role that I'm in now. So I've been with the district 16 years now. I mean, the guys that work here in my department are the same guys that work for me in the military. We've got carpenters, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs here in the district, and we employ the same skill sets in the military units that I served in. Difference is we wore a uniform in the military. We don't wear that uniform here, but the role that I played in this service is much like the role I play here at the school district. So the transition from the military to my role in the school district was relatively easy. You know, I spent a lot of time during my career training and preparing for war, protecting our idealisms and our way of life. And towards the end of my career, I actually stepped into a role and ended up boots on the ground at a foreign country, protecting our way of life. At that moment, Veterans Day and our American flag, our symbol of peace, meant more to me. I remember coming back from that deployment, and I went to a ball game and took a look at the flag. I don't know, just a sense of pride, and I've looked at that flag differently ever since that deployment.
What a great story, and thank you for all you have done for us.
We next want to share with you an amazing story of a local nonprofit that is not only supporting for many of our veterans, but also students and staff in the Liberty Public Schools.
Warrior's Best Friend provides service dogs for local veterans along with students. Let's now find out more about this amazing organization.
My military career started in 2003. I joined the U.S. Army Infantry. I deployed in 2005. I took a sniper round to the right shoulder, basically in the first month that I was there. Changes in my demeanor after I got back, very angry all the time, sleepless nights, nightmares.
LPS from that alleyway!
You know, basically I thought that if I got through my second deployment that I would be okay. When I came back from Iraq the second time, and the anger didn't go away, the nightmares didn't go away, you know, they actually started to get worse. Stuff started falling apart at that point. But I'm basically started researching one night, in the middle of the night, service dogs. And I started narrowing my scope, and, you know, I kept coming back to Warrior's Best Friend.
So Warrior's Best Friend is a nonprofit, and we train service dogs for post 9/11 veterans who suffer from post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, or MST. So we take our dogs from shelters, mainly we work with Great Plains. We train our dogs up for about 6 to 8 months, depending on the dog and what challenges they bring to the table. And then obviously when we have the right veteran to place them with. And then after those 8 months, the veteran comes and stays here for 9 days. I train with the veterans how to work with their dogs, and then at the end they get to graduate, and it's just kind of a cycle. Bosco came from Great Plains SPCA, and he actually came from the Miriam campus.
We came across Bosco driving around on outreach in KCK last winter. He was hobbling around in the middle of the street. When we first saw Bosco, he was limping, pretty underweight. We thought he'd possibly been hit by a car. We really weren't sure what was going on with him. We had to help him out, and we pulled over the van, stopped traffic, and began to lure him to us with some food. He was pretty hesitant at first, but just within a few minutes we were able to get him close enough to be able to leash him and put him in the van. We brought Bosco to the Great Plains SPCA Veterinary Care Center, where he was examined by the vet and cleared. No injuries were found, probably just snow in his foot causing him to limp. And from there he went through the process of being put up for adoption. Little did we know how much his life was actually going to change.
We adopted Bosco. He went through training here. We learned about his story, which is very heartbreaking, and he definitely needed somebody that was going to be able to be with him at all times, but it's something that we tried to work with him on while he was in training. I would say that it was about 6 months in, we had been approached by Corey. He went through the process that went really quickly, getting everything filled out and turned in, and then we met.
When Corey first got here, he was just loving on Bosco. He baby talked him, which is not something that you usually see in these military men, but you know, he just loved his dog to death. I would say it probably took maybe 4 to 5 days and he was locked on to Corey. As time goes on, I see in the long run how much these dogs impact these veterans' lives, and it makes me feel better because I know they're getting great homes and you're basically saving 2 lives.
I might have gone through programs differently had I had the emotional support of Bosco. He takes me to another level of functionality. I think that having them come from shelters is the only way that you should go. You're taking 2 broken pieces and trying to make it into a whole.
Our service dogs spend 100% of their time with their handler, so there could literally be no better outcome for Bosco to be with somebody that loves him so much and is so loyal and dependent, upon him and needs him.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing that our life-saving support helped Bosco to be able to provide that for somebody else in need.
I'm hopefully giving him the life that he should have always had. And he's given me back the life that I hoped I would always have.
What an inspirational story. It is so inspiring to see this kind of work taking place right here in our backyard.
It certainly is, Cadence, and we thank all of those associated with Warrior's Best Friend for providing the service to our community.
We are just about to come to the end of our Salute to Veterans special. But before we go, we wanted to share with all of you those current LPS staff members who have direct ties to our United States Armed Services.
Over the course of the next few minutes, we will scroll for you several dozen of our local heroes that can be found right here in our schools and departments of Liberty Public Schools. Take a look.
You likely recognized a few of those faces and names, some of which might work in the school that you attend. If so, take a moment today to tell them thank you for what they have done for us.
What a great morning as we have reflected, honored, and saluted many of our local veterans, along with those who are making a difference in our local Liberty Public Schools community. We have enjoyed sharing these stories with you, and we thank you for watching.
We hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day weekend, and please take a moment today or tomorrow to thank a veteran.